We all have our least favorite roller coasters, but Mighty Canadian MineBuster at Canada's Wonderland is
the worst out there.
And let's dive into why. Out of the 86 roller coasters that I've ridden, Mighty Canadian MineBuster at Canada's Wonderland is number 86. And I personally believe that this ride has potential, if it were an RMC. For now though, the ride is atrocious, and that's an understatement. For the longest time, I had Hurler at Carowinds in my last place spot. But ever since I rode Mighty Canadian MineBuster, this has easily overtaken Hurler as the worst in the world. As a single rider, I have to be prepared to take any seat that an operator assigns me to. And lucky for me, I got a wheel seat. Row 12 to be exact, which is even better because it's near the back. For those of you who are unfamiliar, the back rows on wooden roller coasters are typically rougher than the front rows. And to make matters even better, I got stuck next to and in front of a group of guys that were most likely drinking some adult beverages prior to riding, if you know what I mean. It was pretty concerning, I'm not even gonna lie. So I was already dreading the experience, and I wasn't even buckled in yet. The train dispatched, and I was already hitting bump after bump after bump. And it was only the first turn out of this station. I was buckled in and ready for a rough experience, but I really did not know how purely insane this ride would be. And not in a good way. When I say that the best part of this ride was the lift hill, I'm truly not lying. The views that you get of Behemoth and the surrounding area of Ontario, Canada are spectacular. But then sadly, it was time for the actual ride. The layout is full of moments that should deliver great airtime and laterals, but they all fell short for me. Every square inch of this ride is rough, and I could not stop being jackhammered by the pure nature of this ride. After an already abysmal ride experience, there was a long, boring, drawn-out helix that even has a tunnel portion, and the entire time I was pinned up against that guy, who was literally laughing like one of those surfer dudes from SpongeBob. And I was being beaten to a pulp along the way. But thankfully, that was the end of the ride. Now don't get me wrong, Canada's Wonderland is one of the best amusement parks that I've been to, and it really does have some great roller coasters. But sadly, this ride is not one of them, and I don't think I will ever re-ride this roller coaster. But in the once-in-a-lifetime event that I do, I'll be sure to update you all, as long as you give me money. I'm just kidding. But those are my thoughts and experience on the worst roller coaster in the world. For those of you who have been lucky to ride it, what are your thoughts on it? Did you have a lucky enough experience like mine? Something better or worse? And if you don't think this ride is the worst roller coaster in the world, what do you think it is? Comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.